Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera everyone. My name is Syed Ashraf Idris, your host for Kelakar Belia Podcast, diimbak oleh Ibrandium dan Azam Sarawak. As always, kami ditemani host kami yang lovely,
Anis Bungan. Hi everybody.
Kala kita dua tu lebih kurang sama.
Yes, kami rasa kita dua dah malam-malam ada telepati.
Interesting.
No, telepathy is good. It means that human kan ada natural connection. Yeah.
I believe so. I think after how many episodes it's been, dah macam it's a bit like natural water, flowing water dah.
So si perlu kita dua brainstorm pakai baju apa next day.
How are you, Anis?
Kami rasa okay kali. Kita okay sih?
I was just thinking about kita dash it sebenarnya. Like you guys before we started shooting, everyone was just like, oh, let's talking about topic. Pala kita dash. So I'm good. Very good.
Kami pernah teman kawan hunting kereta dash.
I know, it's a fun thing to do.
Fun things to do. Sebabnya dekat kedai mainan yang vintage je.
I know.
Kan.
Yeah, what are your hobbies? Quickly. what are your hobbies in general?
My hobbies?
Yes.
I'm a very boring person. I love reading. My hobby is reading.
It's so boring.
And then painting. I do painting.
That's not boring.
Watercolor painting lah.
Again, not boring.
Not boring ka?
Yes, it's actually fun.
So
Quick question, what's your favorite color?
my favorite color, I don't have.
Don't have?
Yeah.
That's not a color. What is a favorite color to you? Mungkin kita terus fikir, what's like on the shelf?
Semua color.
Okay, one color that you see, kita akan ambil dulu.
No, I don't want to discriminate color.
I want you to discriminate one color right now.
No, I love semua color.
Anis likes yellow, everyone. So in my books, if you are yellow, kita tu very artsy person. And I think the telepathy yang kami dua share tu is also because we share a certain bond with the arts. But today we have an interesting topic and a very, very interesting guest. I think because on today's topic kita ada something regarding AI. Is that correct, Anis?
Benar-benar.
What do you think of AI?
AI dulu macam ni best sebenarnya AI tu.
Yeah.
You know, as a nerd, I explore AI every day. Sampaikan kami yang not from a tech background, coming from an art background. Tiba-tiba pula tech sampai it's very questionable.
I know. 20 years ago the word AI didn't mean anything.
Benar.
20 years ago orang jual air je, I love you je madam. So like it's such a stretch these days. Dengan AI pun perkembangan and like the usage of it and stuff. So today,
What do you think about AI then?
well, where do we start? AI is a vehicle, a tool. Depending on how you use it, it's great. Yang membantu, tapi I believe that whoever's watching and listening, dia akan tahu benda tu sebenarnya ada misconception juga, which is what we'll be delving into today. Betul?
Betul.
Ada yang madah AI tu membantu manusia atau yang membuat manusia tu makin malas.
Betul.
Yeah, so without further ado, let us introduce our guest for this episode. Assalamualaikum, Professor Dr. Johari bin Abdullah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
How are you, Doctor?
Alhamdulillah, very good actually.
Earlier on, you mentioned that you don't want me to call you Professor or Doctor.
Yeah.
Just to address you as Joe.
Yep, that's fine. No problem at all.
I've never addressed a professor as Joe before.
It's okay.
Anis, do you want to call him Joe?
Why not?
I want to call him Joe.
Yeah. Make me sound younger and
Yes.
You have just DH 25 tahun lah sebenarnya.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Probably you could tell us a little bit about yourself, Brother Joe.
Yeah. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Very good afternoon. Thank you for the introduction. Should I call you Syed or Ash?
Ash is fine.
Ash, and also I heard Anis just now.
Bungan.
Bungan, All right. Thank you for the invitation. My name is Johari and I'm serving as academician ataupun lecturer the Faculty of Computer Science and IT, UNIMAS, and I joined UNIMAS back in the year 2000. You were born, I guess, walaupun you look younger, discussed previously. Bungan, were you born? 2000?
1999.
Okay, not
Yeah.
bad. So you were merangkak lah.
Around there.
Around
She
there,
was
right?
around there.
So I graduated from UPM, Bachelor of Computer Science, straight away joined UNIMAS, and then pursue my master at Queenstown University of Technology in 2003, come back and become a full-time lecturer, and then pursue my PhD in 2008, Newcastle University in UK. Finished my PhD in 2014 and continue until now. Yep. So I have another 10 years of service left.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
10 tahun je nak pension.
10 tahun lagi nak pension. Exactly.
Your accent kita tu, I caught dia yang nya bunyi Sarawak tapi nya macam
ada
CPO. Ada seteng-seteng ya.
CPO.
CPO ya. Am I right?
Yeah, I was born in Johor actually. So I'm
I
Johorian.
knew it.
And so
Yeah.
I fall under the semi-pro category lah. My wife is
Semi-pro,
local from Kuching, from Jalan Astana.
Oh, wow.
Dah berapa tahun tu tak? How long have you been here?
26 years lah.
Dah boleh jadi advance lah. Saya lagi semi-pro tu.
Advance, semi-pro.
Another 4 years, legendary.
Legendary.
Yes.
Just like the status on my FIFA pun apa? Bila main game, select difficulty ya. Tak sedar lagi dah semi-pro.
Okay.
Kan your retirement selamat gig lah dalam 10 years. Where do you want to retire? Is it still here or going back to Johor?
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm the kind of person that,
You're okay to jump.
yeah, I don't embrace changes a lot actually. I'm not saying that I'm comfortable in my comfort zone, but there are still a lot that I can contribute to UNIMAS and to Sarawak. So at this point of time, inshallah I'll be there until the end lah. Kan panjang umur kan, never know kan.
Hey, speaking of changes,
Yeah.
kita nak the winds of change of technology lah.
Yep.
The angin AI tu. You've heard of it, obviously. Everyone
Yes.
has heard of it, yeah. What do you think of AI in general? What is your understanding of AI?
AI, if you refer to the term artificial intelligence, that was coined back in 1957.
Wow.
Way back actually.
The year we had our independence, 57.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So in one conference, McCarthy, one of the computer scientists, so he came up with the term artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Now that coincides with the history of computer itself. And the first computer is 1947.
Right.
Kan? So computer is not smart. The word computer itself come from the term compute. So computer can compute atau mengira dengan cepat. But they are dumb. They are not smart at all.
They're not smart.
So even though human, we are born with many good things and weaknesses, we are still the reference point. So all these researchers look at human and want to emulate computer, adakah boleh menjadi sepandai manusia. So that's why the term artificial come into the picture, and AI. So the point is a long-standing domain actually. It's not something new. Cuma the one that we used back in 2022, that was 4 years ago.
Okay.
This is the generative AI, the Gen AI, and the people that use it for getting answer from the chatbot.
Okay.
And the domain itself dah lama dah actually.
Faham. So sebenarnya bila dah kini tu semua benda boleh pakai AI.
Betul?
There's pros and cons lah.
Exactly.
To this statement lah. Is this something yang positif ataupun mungkin membimbangkan untuk Profesor?
Okay, let me start the discussion from looking at evolution of technology.
Okay.
We have gone through so many technology evolution.
Yeah.
Okay.
And technology, you can view it as a double-edged sword. Ya? Ada yang baik, ada yang buruk. Kami
Okay.
ambil beberapa contoh.
Okay.
X-ray.
Okay.
What was the initial problem X-ray was used for?
Bomb.
Actually to detect
Nuclear.
Yes, enemy lah kan.
Yeah.
But they found X-ray you can use it to diagnose body composition. Kan. Nuclear pun sama juga. Nuclear initially was developed to generate energy. But people found out you can actually use it as
To Robert Oppenheimer,
yes,
yeah.
kan. Dan banyak lagi. You look at technology evolution. Internet once upon a time was viewed as a potential harm for the younger generation. You can go to illicit website, you can download whatever it
It
is.
was a national threat.
Exactly. So now we come to the new, I don't want to use it as a challenge lah. It's a new technology evolution, AI. And you can look at it from both sides as well.
Okay.
From the good side and from the bad side. Exactly the same. But there's one big thing that we will discuss later. What is the biggest difference between AI and all the previous technology that we have gone through? And question mark.
Wah.
Kita bagi surprise sikit
This
lepas
is
ni.
very eye-opening and I'm
Yeah.
actually very excited for it.
Yeah.
Cuma Mek ada satu soalan dengan kita lah.
Boleh, silakan.
In general, before we go more in depth, okay, do you think AI will make us smarter?
No, definitely no. It's actually on the other side of the car. Pernah dengar Wall-E or not?
Yeah.
Movie.
Wall-E,
Wall-E.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wall-E.
Yeah.
You remember what year was that?
Wall-E, yeah.
Wall-E tahun berapa?
A Pixar movie, right?
Yeah,
Pixar
it's
movie,
what
exactly,
year?
animation.
Don't remember the year.
I think
but
it's
yeah.
2012 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 12 or
Okay.
13, yeah.
Way before AI that we use now become popular lah. In that movie, the theme of the movie is actually straightforward. It's an animation movie from Pixar. What happened is the Earth that we live goes into heavy pollution. Various reasons lah, kan? So human has to leave the Earth for at least 100 years in order for the Earth to rejuvenate itself lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we go into this big ship, and then the robot left there.
Yeah.
That's all lah. His job is actually to clean up everything. So while human is in the outer space dalam spaceship tu, technology was so advanced. Every single thing was done by robot and AI. So human buat apa actually? You remember dalam
Yang makan je. Makan
je.
tidur.
And then they sit into the floating chair.
Yeah.
Do you know what movie they are watching? If you remember, nobody noticed that actually. I mean, not many people noticed that.
Si
I
pasal
don't remember,
apa?
no.
It's a kid show. Adult sitting on the robot eating,
Okay.
but
Watching
yang angkat
kids
kid show.
Okay.
Oh.
So what is the conclusion from that? Maksudnya the level of thinking of human at that time macam budak-budak. Sebab ini orang psikologi yang tahu tak? Kan? Because we don't use our brain that much. Everything is done by AI, by robot.
Yeah.
You've been fed.
We fed everything. Everything is done by robot, especially the thinking part.
Yang dah jadi autopilot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kan?
Jadi malas lah.
Exactly.
Malas berfikir.
Malas berfikir.
I
You
see.
conclude that. So AI unfortunately will lead us. I mean, I'm not trying to portray a negative picture about AI.
Okay.
And so what I mentioned just now, the biggest difference between AI and all the other technology, we surrender our cognitive ability.
Yeah.
So apa ada 3 domain? Tanya orang counseling gitu. 3
dia dah
domain
start
apa?
dah.
Kognitif lagi?
Cognitive behavior
Lagi?
and thought processing. Cognitive.
Cognitive.
3 domain for what?
Kognitif, psikomotor dengan
Oh, saya tahu.
efektif. Kan? Kognitif is thinking.
Right.
Psikomotor is doing things. Kan? Effective
Right.
is emotion. Kan? Bila kita belajar tu, 3 elemen dia ada.
Okay.
Okay?
Faham.
Once upon a time, calculator.
Yeah.
Kan?
Okay.
Now you ask the budak-budak, CP, this is
masih hafal.
actually a sad story. If you go to sekolah rendah, the biggest problem adalah CP. Because you rely too much on calculator. But calculator only take one part of our thinking, which is the mathematics part. Kan? I have a story lah kan. My daughter, Form 4 actually, that was 3 years ago,
Okay.
helping her with the homework. Simple 1-digit calculation. Straight away, she reached for the calculator and I slapped her hand. So, single digit calculation, you still want to use calculator? No, I said. Where is your brain? Marah lah, masa anak. So, that's the mathematics side of it. But for us, when we use AI, what we surrender is our cognitive ability, the thinking capability. Nak buat something, ChatGPT lah. Buat something, ChatGPT lah, and so on. So you don't think actually. You use AI for almost everything. The problem is, the effect of this is not immediate. 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, and you start to see this.
Yeah.
Kami pernah baca sama yang mana AI tu kena rokok. You don't see the effect today.
Yes.
Give it a time of 5 to 6, 7 years, nya akan lulus lah.
Yeah.
There is a research done by Stanford, if I'm mistaken, that was last year. So dalam that experiment ada 3 group. The first group, dia diberi task lah.
Okay.
All the 3 group given the same task. First group guna otak aja. Saya boleh refer internet, saya boleh refer kepada AI.
Okay.
Purely otak. Second can refer to the internet, but the person still has to do the thinking. Third, memang that group allowed to use all the chatbot, and then they scan the brain activity. The lowest activity, which group? 3 tadi ya, yang tiada guna apa-apa, yang guna internet, yang guna AI.
I would say the AI.
AI, lowest activity.
Yeah. Because it's been done already. Yang dah jalan lah. Yang si perlu ulah apa.
Or
Exactly.
maybe disuap banyak gila.
No, because
Dia
AI is
macam
doing the
autopilot
thinking.
Oh.
So they can scan the brain activity, and modern medicine can do that. Memang proven. 20% brain activity when you use AI, and compared to the other group, almost 80% and so on. So that is the fact behind the discussion just now. And again, we are not trying to put a negative picture about AI lah. Yeah. So after this, we talk about the good things about AI.
Yeah.
And
Boleh.
Great stuff. I think we can definitely come back and ask him more, Kato. Hanya di Kelakar Belia Podcast. Kelakar memang dah ajak bah.
So tadi kan Prof
Oh.
or Brojo. Brojo, tadi kan kita dah sedikit sebanyak know ataupun berkenalan dengan AI kan.
Okay.
Dan kini tu rasanya ada something yang perlu kita discuss first before we get into yang kita dah introduce tadi ya.
Okay.
I'm very curious about that. Tapi before that, since you are an educator, you're also a researcher, and kami ada stok lah few of your backgrounds lah. Kami nangga kat Unimas expert 8 million of grants. Wow, I was like, I think he will drive a Mercedes and maybe work with AI or tech will make you rich. I have that kind of stigma towards it, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, you know. I can say you're a world-class researcher, okay? And kami nangga kita pun, tu bukanlah sesi mengipas, tapi tu based on my research nah.
Okay.
Kami nangga kita pun reference pun banyak and all that. And I think that what makes you competent to talk about this topic. And when it comes to you resonate as a educator and as a teacher, as a lecturer, now I think you yourself tahu yang kita dah guna this AI dalam pendidikan. Dan most of the time people selalu mau relate yang Gen Z ataupun generasi yang tengah belajar di universiti maupun di sekolah rendah kini adalah golongan yang menggunakan ataupun mengintegrasi penggunaan artificial intelligence dalam pendidikan. Jadi even my time, I graduated on 2024. I still belum pakai AI, okay? And masih rely on buku, masih rely on sources and articles dekat Google Scholars and everything. Bila AI tu dah berlaku, kami nangga nak interview intern pun nangga resume AI, nangga research, kami so nyomba FYP daknya, time interview, nangga ada AI. Senang gila nak detect AI, penggunaan AI dalam research sidaknya. Even tajuk pun rasa macam sidaknya prompt je dalam apa kind of media AI pun tu lah. So from that context lah, you yourself, coming from an educator, do you think AI is relevant in learning? And do you think it can replace books, articles, and your impactful research itself? What do you think about it?
Okay, let's look at education from the historical perspective.
Okay.
Kami tu, bila kami join Unimas back in the year 2000, bila mengajar, kita pernah dengar OHP sih?
No.
Overhead projector.
No. Oh yes, actually.
OHP ya?
Yeah.
So when I joined, even before OHP, papan hitam ataupun papan putih lah. Bukan papan putih, papan hitam. Memang kapur dengan papan hitam.
Kapur.
Kan? So I
Pernah
use
kena
that.
tikam kapur lalu.
Kami indikam lah, bukan kena tikam.
Kami kena tikam.
Kita kena tikam. Yeah. And then change to OHP. OHP kita guna
Projector.
plastik.
Yeah.
Okay? You use on the plastic and then project. Okay. Very bright, sakit mata. After that transition to whiteboard. Pasal bawa ada projector macam kini tu lah. And of course the medium bertukar daripada desktop yang besar kepada laptop, and now you can connect your mobile phone and so on.
Yeah, I never thought about it. Four kinds of
Nah, transition wise.
Wow. Yeah.
And,
Actually, yeah.
but that's on the technology part. Technology always changes. But the principle of education, there are two things. Of course, to pass the knowledge to the students so that they are equipped upon graduation. To me, that not to say it's easy lah. And as an educator, we know what to do in order to equip students with the right knowledge, so that ultimately they can get the right job. Of course, that's the main goal, kan? The one that to me is very challenging, I still hold to the principle of adapt first before knowledge.
Wow.
Interesting.
Sebab that's why bila kita nak cerita kung fu, they don't teach you the kung fu move straight away. And macam yang Jackie
Wax
Chan.
on, wax off.
Exactly.
Karate Kid. Yeah.
But there is a principle behind that. Just that
Betul.
the Sifu doesn't tell you.
Masa memory-nya nyaja adapt.
Exactly. Even one of the Islamic scholars lah, kan, one of the student, 10 years they're doing just the same thing. Saya dah belajar.
Yeah.
Kan? Only after the 10 years student tanya, kami tu dah pula 10 tahun tu. Kan? When I can actually learn something relevant.
Yeah.
You are not ready yet. Kan?
Yeah.
So actually relate to adapt. Coming back to our discussion, the time change.
Yeah.
Okay? You cannot stop AI. And to stop AI is not the right thing to do. So later we discuss what is the right way to use AI and what is, not to say wrong way lah. Not incorrect way to use AI. We discuss that after this. So AI, if used properly, can definitely help student. Membantu in what way? Prinsipnya mudah, ada 2 gig aja. Yang memudahkan dan mempercepatkan, to ease up and to speed up. And things that it takes hours or weeks or even days can be done in seconds. But the downside of that, if you are not doing it right, you surrender your cognitive ability, your thinking capability to this AI. AI yang become smarter, us become dumber.
Benar.
Challenge-nya. The problem is, what kind of control that you want to impose to student and at what age? And that's why certain country, they start to ban usage of AI at certain age. And for us, yang dah berumur tu, kecuali Ash dengan Bungan lah kan, you learn the fundamental first.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you use AI, you know whether first the answer is correct or not, because you learn the fundamental and you decide, oh, this is not right, and we call that hallucination lah when you use AI kan. And then you can decide whether the output or the outcome is ethical or not ethical. So the issue now, students, especially at young age, when they use AI, they don't have the fundamental. AI give an answer, how they know that it's right or not? Yang pertama. And sikit lagi, how to use it properly. And dalam computer science, we call that GIGO, garbage in, garbage out.
Okay.
So if they don't learn how to use it properly, they just type something and expect AI to give you good answer or the right answer, definitely it will not work that way.
Jadi benda simple macam, let alone to say apa, critical thinking lah.
Yes.
Basic, sometimes basic thinking pun pemikiran punya dah sangat lean towards AI dah.
Benar.
Yang dah menjadi malas, dah menjadi so dependent. Example, just saya kawan kami seorang tu, age about probably in her early 20s. Nya tengah cuba nak cari sebuah lagu. Dia boleh hum into AI dah.
Exactly.
Boleh recognize dah. And just it's crazy lah. Dia dah sampai to that level of technology. Sebab when it comes to penyalahgunaan AI, there's so many red flags lah kata orang.
But you are the domain expert in music industry lah, I would assume.
Yes.
Jane in Heaven.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a controversy I think last month.
Correct.
Anis Raya pun lagu.
Suraya. Yep.
So bila Jane in Heaven credit.
Even now Taylor Swift is taking down semua musiknya daripada AI. So if you AI kan lagu-lagu Taylor Swift, you won't find it. Because nya ada preserve rights. Nya even preserve rights of using her voice. Kadang-kadang you can use it on Waze ataupun Google Maps, you boleh pakai suara celebrity. Nya ada akta untuk protect suara orang punya. So it's to that extent lah.
But my point about Jane in Heaven, I don't think anybody knows who's behind Jane in Heaven.
Betul.
But I assume that person mesti ada domain knowledge. Kami tu buta seni, honestly.
Okay.
And to me, Jane in Heaven sound very nice. But from your perspective as a musician, you might have your own opinion lah.
Of course.
Kan? But you have the domain knowledge.
Okay,
Can you say so? Kan? So that's the point. The challenge now, at what age should they be introduced to AI?
Yes.
Japan is very strict. They say primary level shouldn't use AI at all. Even Australia also started the same thing. Kan? Sekolah rendah yang pada it's not the right time. Because sekolah rendah, your brain is still developing. Kan? Proven by science, I think by the age of 18, then baru you develop your critical thinking skill fully kan?
No, by the age of 25.
Okay, plus minus 10 lah. Kan? So meaning that during university, if you say AI, you stunt the development of your thinking capability. Kan?
Faham.
But how can you stop that? There's no way to stop that kind of problem.
Mun kita skopkan ke Malaysia, adakah penggunaan AI tu dah dimulakan daripada umur yang awal ataupun?
Ada, because currently if you look at the training, sekolah rendah, full-fledged AI training and usage.
Primary school. Do you agree with this?
The one that they are doing is correct.
Okay.
We call that Socratic approach.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Socrates,
Philosopher
it's
kan?
a
Greek
philosopher.
philosopher.
Okay.
So what is Socratic approach? When you ask AI now, ChatGPT and so on, it will give you the answer straight away. Socratic approach lain. Dalam Gemini yang panggil sebagai guided learning.
Okay.
Dalam ChatGPT there used to be a mode called self-thinking, but now they take it away. That one, apa
hilang
maksudnya? Bila you tanya soalan, it will show you step by step. That is Socratic approach. And that is what being practiced at school. Ya betul. Tapi macam hubungan madah lah. Bila yang balik ke rumah, terus yang nanya soalan, homework besok nak hantar, ni ada masa nak mikir. And parents never control. So they get the answer, copy and paste. That's the danger. Copy and paste. And so we have to train the kids, the young generation to, because myself, kami dah guna tu sejak 2022 when ChatGPT 3.5 was released.
Okay.
Kan, kini tu yang jadi macam Google dulu lah. Nak cari something, Google dulu.
That's true.
Kini tu ChatGPT dulu.
ChatGPT dulu,
Kan?
yes.
So now I force myself, before I find any answer, I have to think first, which is very difficult to do. Kan? Sebab kita tu bos minta apa solution, bukan hari tu yang Mada start submit value. Yesterday I want the solution yang Mada. Kan? Bos
Solution need research, need to find gap dulu, experiment dulu, behavior and all of those kind of assessing of consultant.
who wants to do that? Who wants to do that?
That's why
Those
dia
are
ada
time consuming.
the word AI overview. Dia simpulkan semua benda untuk kita.
Sebab ada contradiction like this. AI memudahkan, mempercepatkan.
Okay.
The keyword mempercepatkan contradict.
So which side are you? Mempermudah ke mempercepat?
I use both.
Yeah, exactly.
Kan? Cuma bila kita mempercepatkan, meaning that you skip certain things from the thinking process.
Okay.
Kan? Because AI can do it at a fraction of time compared to human.
Okay, faham?
Kan? So we surrender the thinking to AI. They can do it very fast. Of course, that's good. But we are the one that receive the negative impact of it. Kita sibuk fikir. And most of the time because of pressure, time pressure lah.
Okay.
Kan? If you have all the time that you have, saya dah masalah.
Ada masalah, ya.
Kan?
But the constraint of time.
Tapi kena kita rushing gila, apa yang kita kepung?
Modern world?
Kena, why?
Huh?
I think it's
Siapa
just,
masalah tu?
I think it's just perception. It's like a first world thing, you know, yang we have the perception yang kita perlu kejarkan something. Sebenarnya, it's always been like that for decades. Like,
This is very delusional, tak sih?
then you can go back to the days of the pyramids. Bila nya mula piramid, nya bergesar-gesar nak siapkan piramid dah.
Untuk apa? Semua
Yeah, exactly.
apa?
No, let me turn the situation.
Okay.
Do you believe in work-life balance?
Yes, I
Do
do.
you have work-life balance?
Yes, I do.
How about you? Yang saya jawab,
yang
yang
saya
saya dah, yang work kerja. Kan?
I
So
only work.
imagine a scenario where you can delegate most of the tasks to AI, then you can have more balance in your life.
Right.
But that happen or not? Makin bertambah kerja bila ada AI, betul sih?
Ya.
Kan? You can do a lot of things faster, but ditepuk lagi banyak kerja. Bos langgar, Ash tu macam free aja tu. Ash do this, do that. And you use AI. Bos siap guna AI. Okay, good. Tambah lagi. We call that performance penalty.
Performance penalty.
Performance penalty.
Oh, saya pernah dengar.
Dalam organisation, hanya macam tu lah, if you have bad leadership, leader nanggap, oh, you can do this job. Okay, I add more job to you because the other non-performing, yang si Bani sentuh.
Yang si perform.
Yang madah tanda hajat. So their job become your job. So that is performance penalty.
Okay.
Wow.
Kan?
So if it's a performance penalty in the workplace, if we dial it back kepada belia lah ataupun students lah, do you think they're ready for all of this? With the current state of AI and
Well, if you look at Gen Z kena anak sikit terus berhenti kerja.
So-
Kan dalam TikTok sekarang kah?
Benar.
What was that term? Kita pernah
Today I
dengar?
received 3 resignation.
Wow.
Asyik tahu dah apa masalah.
Yeah, performance penalty kita.
No, that is delusional to be
That's
honest.
delusional,
Our
yeah.
generation, not to say that we accept everything as it is, but we are more resilient. Kan, we are not
Okay.
affected on the emotional side. Itu parah Gen Z itu semua kan, but that's the reality lah. That's how they live their life. Kan?
Ya, kami ada satu soalan bonus.
Okay.
Dalam kita pun segmen ni tu nak.
Oh,
What's your thought generally
yeah.
on prompt engineer?
Prompt engineering. So relate dengan kami yang madah tadi, garbage in, garbage out. Kan, it is a skill that you need to learn. It doesn't come naturally. Kan? And second thing, you have to have the domain knowledge. Macam kami lah, mun kami nak prompt guna Suno AI to come up with the music. Keluar lagu dangdut. Kan? Kami mau reggae, tiba-tiba keluar dangdut. Apa hal tu? Kami nyalakan AI.
Because of the domain knowledge.
Knowledge, because I don't know the keyword. Because one example, I started touching on Gen AI back in 2022 because I was interested on the image generation.
Okay.
I can share my
Generate
TikTok.
image,
And thousand and thousand of beautiful women picture. Decent lah. Mesti terkejut kan? Gambar perempuan banyak gila. But I was curious. Can AI generate creative artifact? Image, video, music.
Okay.
2022
Right.
Because I use AI for quite some time. related to my work in cybersecurity and so on. But if you ask me back in 2022, can AI be creative? I say no. I always believe creativity is the domain of human being, not AI. But once I started to use AI back in 2022, I can create image, walaupun tak si perfect. I can create audio back in 2023. 2024, 2025 is video, again not perfect. But this year, 2026, you go to TikTok, you go to Facebook, you go to any social media, almost perfect. I would say 100% lah. Image-wise. Kan, dalam TikTok ini, tu AI generated or not? Ataupun this music AI generated or not?
Yeah.
So many, this is 2026. In a few weeks time, few months time, few days time, you probably cannot differentiate AI kah, human kah?
Yeah.
Kan? So to answer your question, susah actually.
Yeah. And we will talk more about it
Yep.
on the next segment.
Sure, no
Okay.
problem.
Let's
Susah,
make
but-
it more spicy.
But it's important to talk about.
It is
Yeah.
important to talk about.
Okay, let's make it more spicy after this, boleh?
Be right back.
Alright, see you guys after this.
Okay, Ash, why don't we talk about AI from the creative domain?
Yes, doctor.
Now, if you ask me back in 2022, can AI create image? Can AI compose music and lyrics?
Okay.
Can AI create video or take video? My answer is totally no. Even though I've been using AI since 2014 for various reasons like machine learning, deep learning and so on, I always believe AI cannot be creative as human. Maksudnya human je yang boleh jadi kreatif. But 2022 when I started using generative AI, I was playing around with image generator. And I was
Apa ni generate tak? Image tak?
gambar perempuan kacak kan, because to me it's not easy to generate gambar perempuan kacak.
Okay.
Of course back then the telltale sign if you want to know image is generated by AI ada 3. First, matanya. Mata is not easy.
Okay.
Second adalah tangan dengan kaki.
Jari yang mana
Jari
lebih?
kan, ada terlebih ke terkurang ke, and depends on the angle lah. And 3 ya ada certain pose memang susah kan. But the technology moves so fast within the past 4 years. I wouldn't say it's perfect lah. Kan? But back to the creative pun angle so 2026 if you go to social media, there are so many songs written by AI. Just to quote a few yang jadi hot topic a few months ago, Jane in Heaven, lagu asal Ani Suraya, kemudian Justice for Zara.
Yeah.
Lagunya.
The lyric was written by that guy, but the music itself was composed by AI. Dan banyak lagi lah,
Even if kita berjalan ke departmental store, Ninso pun lagu AI tak?
Oh.
Ninso, I was just there yesterday.
Because they don't want to pay the royalty.
They don't want to pay royalty, so yang
Exactly.
senang.
Kan?
I need to go to
And-
Minso to check out.
Exactly. And kami as a musician,
Yes.
as a living, breathing musician, I feel slightly offended sebab apalah kejar kami orang lah. Because if you're not going to use our services, you're taking away our jobs, then there's really like no point to this. You know,
So you feel insecure indirectly?
not insecure. It's more like, okay, I know that AI can do something that I can 10 times better.
Okay.
So maybe macam kami yang ada suara yang sedikit low, apa semua, AI can go lower, or AI can sing higher, or AI can take my song and do it better. That's the concern. It's not about AI tu dia jadi competition. It is a competition. I can accept healthy competition. Saya ada masalah ya. Tapi bilanya dah jadi sebuah tool yang in that direction, it's a bit concerning lah.
Cuma concern tentang AI in music if you notice Jane in Heaven, they started back in January this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kan? Coming back to the benefit of AI mempercepatkan, memudahkan.
Memudahkan.
So if you follow the trend, Jane in Heaven, in one day they can create 3 AI music.
Betul.
Yeah.
Kan?
Betul. Or more.
Or more compared to human musician.
Betul.
I mean you put your emotion, your
And then
feeling, everything into
Kita nak
creation.
gumpul sikit bilik to record.
Exactly.
You need an engineer.
3 months, 6
You are
months.
paying per hour for
Exactly.
studio rates. Macam ni lah.
So the trend is like this. What I can foresee lah. Benda tu bila terlalu mudah untuk dicipta, dibina, people take it for granted. Kan? So at some point in the future, so that's why as a musician, I suggest you stick to the old ways.
Yeah.
People will go back to the old ways. Why? Because human creation is not perfect. And macam kita belah tadi lah,
That's how it should
ada
be,
low
yeah.
ke, ada high ke.
That's how it should be.
Exactly. So I think one day, si lama lagi lah, we are so tune to AI music, kita nak
Perfect gila.
Perfect gila.
Si best.
Si best.
Yeah, kind of
So-
want to hear that suara pecah sikit kan.
Interesting that you guys reframe or come out with the sentences of it's too perfect, no flaws. Because when I first heard about Lagu Jen and Heaven, in the first round of song dah kami tahu this is not human.
Too perfect.
No,
Ciknya,
there's
okay.
no feeling inside.
For me-
Set the soul.
For me, AI perfected the method of trying to replicate a singer.
Yeah.
It's just in a case where telinga musician, kami orang dengar, we know it's AI.
Okay.
But we know people who are probably buta
Tone deaf.
sikit lah. Yang akan terima lagu ni, yang akan tahu. Yang cakap, kacak lagu tu. Sebenarnya saya tahu. I'll give you a good example. Meet Uncle Hussein is one of my favorite local
Okay.
bands.
Okay.
Lagunya, Lagu Untukmu. Di cover oleh this one band, DARL. You can check it out dalam YouTube. Nang kacak cover ya. And then now kami torn macam, alah, I'm against AI tapi kacak pula cover tu.
Oh.
So there's that as well now.
Oh.
There are certain things that when I go, oh man, it's entahlah. I thought I wake up and then I chose violence. I don't like AI or I don't want that in music. And then the next I go, you know what? This is not bad. So sometimes there's that as well. But that's being human. You sometimes have to give and take. Bendaya yang AI
Okay.
kosong ni kami.
There's an issue that being discussed among this community lah about humanization technology, memanusiakan teknologi.
Okay.
Contohnya memanusiakannya, contoh nak kita pula robot.
Betul.
Robot dia boleh menggerakkan sendi-sendinya. Ataupun kita nunggahnya band apa tadi mencangkung lah contoh nak.
Tahu.
Siapa je boleh mencangkung?
Articulation.
Manusia betul sih. Okay, manusia je boleh mencangkung. Tapi bila robot tengah molah positionnya, kita memanusiakan positionnya as mencangkung juga. That's what we call as humanization technology
Okay.
lah.
Okay.
So macam ni maybe kita tu melabelkan juga dan cuba memanusiakan these non-human things. If we can find the right words untuk melabelkan this technology, I don't think we feel terancam dengan all of this existence. What do you think, Doctor?
Perhaps.
Terancam In what way terancam?
I say it terancam is because when psychologically we are affected and feel competed with
I
AI.
see.
Uh-huh.
Well, to understand that part, I need to explain about the level of AI. AI tu ada 3 level. ANI, Artificial Narrow Intelligence, AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, dengan ASI.
Boleh ulang balik?
Artificial Narrow Intelligence, ANI lah.
Okay, Ani.
AGI, AG,
Okay, AGI.
General Intelligence,
General.
dengan AC, Super Intelligence. Super Artificial Super. Okay, apa bezanya? Kini tu we are still at ANI. ANI tu AI digunakan untuk specific problem. Kan, contoh untuk detect cancer boleh.
Okay.
Untuk detect rainfall boleh, untuk detect weather prediction boleh, untuk detect kita pun apa tu saham teh boleh.
Okay.
But this AI can do one thing at one time only. So the direction that we are going now within the next 1 or 2 years, this is the prediction by Ray Kurzweil, a computer scientist. We will reach AGI, General Intelligence. Maksudnya sama level dengan human. So human tu kita boleh berfikir banyak benda kan at any one time. We are very close to that. And then the ultimate goal kelak is super intelligent. We
Okay.
call that event singularity. 2037 in his book, Ray Kurzweil predicted that.
Wow.
So this one Terminator level pun movie lah.
It is like the Iron Man pun AI.
Yeah.
Like Jarvis.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, one question to both of you.
Uh-huh.
Ada mendengar Terminator sih?
Yeah, of
Ada.
course.
The first 3 Terminator,
The first
I'll
three.
be back.
Yeah.
And why they are portrayed as malevolent entity, orang entity yang jahat?
Because of
Why?
their usage.
So dalam that movie 2057,
Yes.
the statement there, AI become conscious.
Yes.
So maksudnya yang ada kesedaran dan yang pandai. So the first thing that they sense, why there are so many distraction in this world? Who
Okay.
caused this distraction?
Okay.
What's the answer?
So it's the humans.
Human lah.
Okay.
That's why I
AI
come with the dehumanizing the technology.
betul, but AI being a logical entity,
Okay.
AI tiada emotion.
Okay.
So how to solve the problem?
Kill all of the Humans.
Exactly. If human is the root cause of the problem.
The student has become the master, and you perlu
Yes.
get rid of the akarnya.
So that's why in
That was their understanding.
yes, in most AI movie, AI is portrayed as bad entity sebabnya nak bunuh manusia. Tapi bukan salah sidanya sebab manusia tu unfortunately lah, we are the main cause of problem in this world.
Root problem lah.
Kan?
Faham?
So what happened when AI become super intelligent? 2037. I think both of you are still around lah. Kan? So
It's not long from now.
they are becoming so intelligent, macam movie Wall-E tadi, they can do
Yeah.
everything for us. Sebab ya, Elon Musk ada suggest one concept called UBI, Universal Basic Income.
Okay.
Universal basic income. Okay, what is that? Apa ya?
Sebab in the future we don't have to do any job.
Oh my God, that's hurting.
So semua pola AI. So what is our income? Yang ada, the government should provide income to all affected people. If their job is taken over by AI, then they should get UBI. Elon Musk pun idea that was
Yeah.
back in 5 years ago lah.
That's also.
Wow.
Because he predicted already.
I see his point,
Yeah.
but now question remains: how far along are we from there? Because dia dah semakin, day by day dia makin
Yeah,
dekat
and it's
sebenarnya.
predicted. Yeah.
But don't you feel sometimes a bit uncomfortable using all this ChatGPT macam
It is.
Mula kita kelakar ChatGPT the voice mode lah. It's like talking to another human being.
Oh,
Of
it
course
is.
maybe it's superficial lah, but you can sense some sort of emotion. If you ask me as technical person from AI, there are school of thought, two school of thought.
Okay.
Adakah AI kini tu berfikir macam manusia? One school of say yes, it resemble human thinking to a certain extent. But there's another school of thought that say kini tu AI hanya mimic only,
Yeah.
just mimicking because it's actually a language model.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kan?
Language
Which
model.
reminds me of a film that I watched just about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Nama cerita tu Her.
Yeah,
It's
the
by
one
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yang saya nak.
Yes,
yang
Joaquin Phoenix.
Girlfriend,
And the girlfriend is Scarlett Johansson, but she's AI.
Yeah.
And it's a world where you depend solely on AI as your partner or your lover.
And he falls in love.
He
with
falls
AI.
in love with the AI. Yang dah jadi macam ya. You can check out. It's a
What's the
great
movie?
Her, H-E-R, her.
Her.
That was 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
2013 movie.
Tapi released back into Netflix if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Netflix was a few years ago lah, but that was a great movie. And so again, there's so many ataupun tak dengar series macam Black Mirror, sort of predict.
Oh, I follow that.
Yeah,
I
so
follow
Black
that,
Mirror
yeah.
is really scarily accurate.
It's the
For
dark
some
side,
reason,
dark
dia
side of AI lah.
sangat you can watch it. I don't need to explain it.
It's 18 and plus.
It's 18 plus, but it opens up your
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Thing about me, I don't scared of course. Kami si takut hantu. Kami takut benda yang kami paling si dapat predict, which is this technology actually. So because our segment is talking about how AI become a monster that grab all of our career opportunity dekat dunia sekarang tu. Nah, okay, from your academic perspective or whatever kind of perspective that
Yeah.
you have lah, as a Malaysian especially, yang in Southeast Asia, yang Nusantara centric, should we feel scared of those AI taking our job, and how us as a human being help ourselves
Okay.
about it?
Okay. Pernah dengar nama Geoff Hinton?
Yes.
He's the godfather of AI, pioneer
Yes.
of AI. I think last year he has an interview with that guy. That guy asked him, what is the safest job now?
Okay.
The answer is tukang pipe,
Yeah, plumbing.
plumber. Because that part, I mean, eventually be replaced by robot and automation, but that require human touch or dexterity lah. So that's one. Anything that require human touch will still be safe for the next 5 to 10 years. Second, I think as you know it, anything that require human connection, that will be safe. So counselor, yes. Now, walaupun you can go to ChatGPT and get some sort of advice, but you don't want to let go of this physical human connection. That's part and parcel of our psyche for thousands and thousands of years. So to let it go, it will take some time, but eventually will happen, if you ask me. But not in our lifetime. Okay? So anything that require human touch, if you ask me, like pensyarah dengan cikgu akan diganti oleh AI, I think 90% of our job can be replaced by AI. But there's one small part, the human connection part. Kan? To be honest, you don't have to go for university. Anything that you want to learn is there in YouTube, in the internet.
Oh, that's controversial. I'm afraid of that.
No, I can say that.
Yang ada hajab lah.
No, yalah, kita
No,
ada
if you ask me, computer science, you can get better content from Harvard, from MIT, from Stanford. How can I compare myself to Stanford or
Yeah.
that one in terms of content? Okay, but why you still go to university? Because you want first to get a certificate at the
Yeah.
end of your study,
Yeah.
stamp there, or you have passed your education. Second is this human connection. And concept berguru lah. You cannot run away from concept berguru. You need someone to tell you, oh, this is the path to do this is the path to do that, and so on. If not, yalah, the ocean of knowledge in the internet, how do you know which one is to take? It's so vast actually. So that's why you need guidance, and one way is to go for college, university, and so on. And
So just throw the ball balik
Yeah.
kita lah. As a lecturer in
Yeah.
Unimas ke apa
Yeah.
semua. Do you think persepsi AI yang dah masuk dalam akademik ataupun pendidikan gitu, do you think we're ready? What's the percentage now? Sini, where are we now?
we are in the transition. To be honest, we are not ready
We are not ready.
for the
Yeah.
changes, because the problem is the changes happen so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, rapid lah, yang rapid.
Very rapid. So the problem now is assessment. And when you go for, let's say, any course at university level, the assignment, the project, whatever it is, can be done by AI.
Okay.
And it's very hard to detect. People always ask, is there a tools or software to detect? To a certain extent, yes, but it's not foolproof. And now we accept the fact that you cannot stop the usage of AI. But the question in the next discussion, how to use it correctly and properly.
Okay.
And
Jadi
Yeah.
kebergantungannya sangat tinggi lah.
ya, cara penggunaannya actually,
Okay,
which
faham.
is sangat
Perlukah
penting.
dalam silibus pendidikan kita?
Perlu.
Okay.
Kan? In order to do something right, you have to be taught on how to use it right. And you are not born with the skills to use something right. And you have to.
So you can correct me if I'm wrong
Yeah.
lah, based on your sharing just now. Untuk kita pun situasi kini,
Oh.
we are not ready, means we don't have to feel insecure at AI taking our job. Is it correct?
Well, the job process and job creation happened for the past 4 industrial revolution.
Okay.
And you know the term industrial revolution tak?
Okay.
First industrial revolution tentang apa? Just to test your general knowledge. The word capitalism come from the first industrial
Yeah,
revolution.
yeah.
What was it about? The
Tentang,
socialist and so on.
socialist
Ah.
yang dekat negara barat lah.
Exactly. So yeah, actually cotton industry 1754. Why cotton? Because during that time, the only material untuk polah baju adalah kapas. Okay, ada synthetic material, polyester and so on. The problem is, cotton industry is fully human labor. Daripada tanam, harvest, ke kilang and so on, human labor. Who own all the factory during that time?
Who on?
The rich people lah. The rich
Yeah.
people,
The elites.
the elites, and in their mind, rich people are very simple. How to become richer? And the root cause of the problem is human being. Because human being, we need sick leave. We have other things. We can work only 8 to 7 or 8 to 5, and so on and so on. So in their mind, how to reduce dependency on human being and increase automation. So solution that solved that problem, steam power was invented during that time, which led to creation of steam
Trains.
engine.
Steam engine trains.
And trains and so on, and dalam factory cotton tu semua di replace dengan machine. So from that point, job losses dah ada, but new job are created as well. You need people to maintain the machine, you need people to build the machine, you need people and so on lah. Second industrial, same thing. Electricity, US assembly plant, and job losses, job creation. Third industrial revolution, still in US, PC technology, job creation, job losses. And the fourth industrial revolution, IR 4.0, all this thing lah, campur AI. Sama juga. The problem is the rate of each is happening sangat cepat. Okay? So it is predicted, unfortunately. The trend is kinetok yang bergraduat. I'm not sure whether I should call you lucky lah. And when you graduated back in 2024, your junior now, even the good one, is waiting around 4 to 6 months to get a job. Because company is in transition period. They are thinking, should I use AI and reduce dependency on human? But you have to invest on AI technology. So there is a waiting period at the moment.
Okay.
So the outcome is actually, to be honest, for the next 3 to 4 years is not good.
Bro Joe, I need to correct that. Yeah, I'm not lucky. I'm also one of the graduan yang menunggu bertahun-tahun untuk bekerja. But because maybe I have a very high self actualization where I think I'm smarter than AI, so I create my own job.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So I think benda macam tu nak, it's okay. Talk about capitalism just now.
Okay.
Talk about how economy that affects ourselves. You have the strong point where there are job losses, but there are also new job created. So I don't feel like we have to feel scared about it. Just that you need to think beyond AI.
Betul.
You need to think how can AI wanted to be you instead. That's how I think about it. Digital economy.
Betul. So that's why I think the rule of thumb at the moment, anything that is repetitive, that's number one. Anything that require technology to be solved can be replaced by AI. So if you want to secure your future, first develop lah, hands-on. Kan, electrician, plumber, air condition, and skill based. That will take probably another 10 years to be replaced by automation. The technology is there, but it's too expensive at this point of time.
Benar.
We'll talk more on the future and the usage on deep reflection more as we come back.
Okay, sure, no problem. Yep.
Yeah, see you guys. Doktor, kita dah banyak kelakar pasal AI, highs and lows of AI tu nak. Now kami nak shift kepada something yang a bit more hands-on. Keperluan tenaga pekerja. Kami pun dah saruk dah Tanis.
Ataupun dalam Englishnya human capital.
Oh, syaruk kami.
Syaruk lah.
Sorry ya. Mungkin doktor boleh cerita sikit pasal AI and the relevance of ya.
Boleh?
Yeah. Mungkin to share with me.
Where were you 2016? Ash dengan Bungan?
Kami baru graduate. 2016 kami baru graduate.
Habis SPM kah?
Habis SPM. So young.
Sangat muda. So young.
Okay. 2016.
I just graduated.
Yes, betul.
You just graduated. Oh my gosh.
So why I pick up that year lah, tahun 2016. Tahun 2016, Abang Joe Premier kita kini tu telah diangkat menjadi Chief Minister.
Okay.
2016. Kami rasa bulan April 2016, silap kami lah. And then a few months after that, he come out with, I think, is a crazy idea. People think it's a crazy idea.
What's the crazy?
Digital economy.
Oh.
Kan?
Yeah, daripada crazy.
Yeah, because why crazy? What is the basis for Sarawak economy? Apa sumber? Oil and gas, mineral.
Okay,
betul?
and
lagi?
then semiconductor.
Maybe a small part lah, more small part. Agriculture maybe.
Yeah, agriculture.
Kelapa sawit, rubber and all the other things. Services adalah under tourism and so on.
Yes.
Kan? Tapi if you tell me back in 2016, Sarawak tu boleh masuk dalam digital economy, there's a big question mark.
Okay.
And why digital economy? Tiba-tiba. So he has this very long vision lah.
Okay.
To move Sarawak daripada, mensilap kami lah, 3 negeri terbawah dari segi GDP di Malaysia into one of the high income state dalam masa beberapa 10 tahun lagi.
Yeah.
20-30. So the first initiative-nya pula adalah SDS 2018-2022. Sarawak Digital Economy Strategy. Dan adanya pun buku ya. So it's a 5-year strategy and then in 2022 basically dalamnya ada inisiatif tentang digital economy. Dalamnya adalah IR 4.0 dan sebagainya, cloud computing, big data analytics, ada 9 pillar. And then fast forward to 2023, another 2 inisiatif telah dilancarkan. PCDS 2030, Post-COVID Development Strategy 2030. Kemudian dalamnya ada SDEB 2030, Sarawak Digital Economy Blueprint.
Yes.
Okay, dalamnya adalah tentang AI and so on. And then AI come into the picture 2022, generative AI that we were talking about for the past few minutes lah. Now the question is a chicken and egg question. Perlu ada peluang pekerjaan then we train, ataupun we train now and create the job? Okay. Which one is correct? Ataupun the right decision?
Can you repeat again?
You want to create the job opportunity first baru train, ataupun train first and then pola the job afterward?
I think train first.
Train first. So if you train student now, they ask me what is my job opportunity 3 years down the road. So coming back to our discussion tentang AI, you train them in AI. They will ask you, what is the job waiting for me in 4 years time?
Okay, that's very valid.
Then, so of course when you study, you want to have a job guarantee. And of course, if you look at the initiative, now we talk about initiative. Dan apa inisiatif tentang AI yang ada di Sarawak tu?
Yeah,
Pernah dengar tentang Dayang?
pernah.
Apa Dayang?
Dayang ya AI yang untuk sidak sains ya. Sampai tengok kat ITEX.
Ya, decision making untuk sidak government sector lah. Kan? Kemudian ada DIPSA.
Ya,
What is DIPSA?
No
Deep
idea.
Sarawak kali.
It's actually a large language model. We didn't talk about LLM, large language model. Apa yang power the AI that we use now, generative AI? Di belakang AI ya, the brain is actually large language model. LLM lah in short. So why he suggest Sarawak perlu ada LLM tu? Sebab untuk pola LLM tu, first we need deep pocket. Segi LLM, contoh macam GPT yang digunakan untuk OpenAI, ChatGPT, $100 million to train.
Oh, wow.
400 million ringgit just to train. Kan? Once you train, then you need to deploy this LLM into a data center. Kan? So the ChatGPT that you love to use on daily basis, per day the cost to host and run that model is $700,000. And that is from last year data, sehari $700,000.
Wow.
Around 2.1 million.
Oh, sounds like a good business.
Yeah, for them lah. That's another story.
Okay.
Kan? But
Another
why
story.
he wants Sarawak to develop its own large language model? It will take a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of time as well.
Kan?
Masa pun lama kan.
Betul? But they call this particular model as sovereign model. Contoh katakan kita depend on OpenAI untuk gunakan yang pun ChatGPT. Tiba-tiba esok some element ada, I don't like Sarawak, cut Sarawak from using our AI model. And then we are live in limbo. Kan?
Okay.
Saya dapat guna. Or you use Google pun model, or you use Microsoft model,
Okay.
they can stop you from using it anytime. Sebab each country is talking about sovereign LLM. You need your own LLM. Ya, yang pertama.
Apa tu sovereign apa?
Sovereign LLM.
LLM.
Large language model lah.
Oh.
Kan? We build our own.
Okay.
Yang kedua, walaupun all this ChatGPT, Gemini and so on faham bahasa Sarawak, tapi not perfect.
Yep.
Kan? Tak pernah coba kelakar Sarawak dengan
Benar?
pernah. Adalah pelik sikit bunyi nak.
Yang jawab dalam bahasa Indon.
Ya, pelat lah.
Ada pelet Indo sikit nak.
Pada Indo sikit.
It's not their fault because
it's not their fault,
they are trained using a data kan, dan data si cukup kita pun bahasa Sarawak.
LLM betul lah.
Exactly.
I see.
Sebabnya yang sounding most of the time Indonesian.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting because kan mun bila kelakar pasal LLM,
Yes.
language eventually,
Yeah.
I don't think kita ada banyak research or deep understanding about language itself. Let's say Iban language ataupun Bidayuh language, any local language lah.
Yeah.
Kita si banyak kajian because most of our language nya direct to behavior, effectiveness. So LLM kan nya ialah chatbot kan, nya akan mempengaruhi chatbot.
Betul.
Okay, bila nya mempengaruhi chatbot, the user akan macam tanya for decision,
Yeah.
okay, mempercepatkan dan apa tadi?
Memudahkan.
Memudahkan, right? Okay, mempercepatkan dan memudahkan. Talking about language, when we create something like LLM for our local context,
Betul.
why kita pun research for this still lack?
In order for you to train AI, kan, you need to have what we call as a dictionary.
Dictionary.
Dalam bahasa computer science-nya, corpus C-O-R-P-U-S.
Corpus.
Kan?
Corpus.
Corpus. The problem is, Bidayuh ada berapa dialek?
Banyak.
So at least 3 to 5.
6 lah,
Yeah.
depending on the region.
Yeah.
And it's not a written language, it's actually a spoken
Yeah,
language.
spoken language.
So tempat lain caranya lain-lain and so on.
Uh-huh.
So at the moment there is no dictionary for Bidayuh yang complete. Iban dah ada.
Okay.
So Iban they have started to train some of the language model untuk faham bahasa Iban. So Iban is slightly better. Tapi we have 37 ethnic group di Sarawak.
Correct.
And most of it are spoken, not written. Macam kita lah. It's generation to generation, passed orally rather than written.
Betul.
So before you can train LLM, you need to have the dictionary first.
Okay.
And
So kita dah ada dictionary ya?
it's in progress actually. It's not easy.
It's not
Okay.
as easy as that lah. Yeah, I know.
Because
Okay.
nya word to word translation is okay.
Okay.
Tapi on top of that perlu ada ayat penuh
Context,
penggunaannya. Konteksnya
Okay,
exactly.
now I see why it's crazy.
Uh,
Because tadi earlier, I don't understand why it's crazy. Because for me, AI is already exists. Tapi when you mention about LLM, then I think deeper. I think that, kita sebenarnya lack of language using and processing that will affect our cognitive processing and also behavior, which it applies to AI. And I think this is something that we need to mention to the youth also. They need to see it as something we call as opportunity, something as in terms of culture, it's something that we have to celebrate, so that in order to help this crazy vision of our governments, nya boleh achieve nya si mustahil.
But coming back to our discussion,
Okay.
let's talk about other initiative at the Sarawak level. Apa inisiatif lain? Sebab kini tu we are talking about talent development, human capital development. So di Sarawak tu ada 5 entity higher education. Swinburne, Ketin, UTS Sibu, ICATS dengan College Laila Taib. Kan? Campur sekali dengan Sentex and also Sarawak Skill. They are focusing on the training level, certificate level and skill level lah. Kemudian ada UNIMAS dengan UiTM Semarahan dengan ada UPM Bintulu. So those are the entity dalam higher education di Sarawak. So coming back to our earlier discussion, kita perlu train our youth with the right AI skill and education. So if the youth beliau nanya, ada sih peluang dalam bidang AI? Definitely yes. Kan? We are talking about job creation. So we need people yang mahir tentang penggunaan AI. But we don't want just untuk guna aja. Guna is low level. Kan? We want people that can create AI, new technology and new usage. We need
Originality lah.
creator rather than user. Then we have to move from that. So there is, yes, of course, I will encourage the youth untuk go into AI related area, training, education, and I can not to say guarantee lah, and the future is looking good.
Okay.
Okay. So will you agree or you are allowed to disagree? Kami ada hajat.
Boleh.
Kami ada hajat yang when we train first, does the opportunity will come naturally?
That's why the state government under Premier Initiative tengah pola this job opportunity.
Okay.
Kan?
So it's created also lah.
The creation of course is a process lah.
Okay.
Kan? So apa proses untuk generate new job? You have to get investor. So kini tu ada opportunity untuk pola new data center.
Okay.
Kan, untuk attract all the tech company to establish their company di Sarawak. Kan? So it's an ongoing process. Kan? So those from the economic point of view, mesti ada capital investment, mesti ada attraction. Sebab the reality is like this. Kita tu banding dengan sidak di Semenanjung, di KL and so on, how to make Sarawak more attractive for investor to come. Because we are at disadvantage in terms of geography.
Yes.
Okay.
In order to get to Sarawak, have to go to KL first. So we have to think about our opportunity and advantage.
No, it connects the dots in my brain
Contoh
lah.
data center.
Okay.
What power data center?
Okay.
Apa keperluan data
Electricity.
center? Electricity dengan water.
Right.
Kan? Di Semenanjung, kini tu walaupun there are so much demand to build new data center, they cannot build because tidak complain, air si cukup.
Yep.
Kan? But we are blessed with water. We are blessed with hydro that can generate electricity. So those are the two main components. Data center, operational cost, 70% is electricity.
Untuk data center, sejukkan data center.
Exactly. Tahu ni hal technical tu.
I have no idea.
Mestilah I read.
I don't.
So conclusion is human capital. Yes, we need a lot more people graduate belia dalam AI and also tech related lah. And of course the detail is being written by the government. Initiative is going on. So it is a journey. Yang bukan sekelip mata. And it started way back in 2016.
Wow.
And the beginning point.
How I see this
10
kan,
years already, yeah.
how I see this is like an ecosystem tu si.
Betul?
Kita tengah build up satu-satu ekosistem supaya when we are ready to monetize all of this idea, kita robust. Kita macam satu ayalah perkataan kerajaan yang kukuh dan apa pada competent lah. Macam ya.
Silicon Valley took 40 years to be established. It's not an overnight success. And all the big tech center, I mean, China probably a bit faster, around 25 years. But they dumped a lot of money into doing that. But we are in the right direction. And so if it's not for us, maybe for our children and grandchildren. So Premier tu bukan selfish. Yang selalu ada, it's not for me. Kan, yang ada kami tu berapa lama lagi nak hidup. Kan, it's for his children, grandchildren and grandchildren actually.
Yeah. Wow, it's getting interesting and I'm very steamed with this topic. I want to continue the steam, so we'll be right back. Okay lah, jom kita sambung the steam before ikan kita menjadi ikan steam. Okay? This kind of topic memangnya mula kami rasa macam my brain cannot stop thinking and connects all of the dots because I am fulfilled with lots of curiosity, Doctor. Okay, boleh this kind of conversation kami mau ada hari-hari in my life. Yeah, it sounds so boring and worrying. So, can I proceed with the next question? I cannot, Ash. Why are you judging me?
I'm not judging you. You just called yourself boring, and I agree. No, joking. Please continue.
Yeah. Mun lepak dengan kami memang sounds like forum.
Oh, I see.
I cannot cakap benda kosong.
I see.
Sige.
It's good.
You got stuff to say. Let it out.
So, Bro Joe, I need your sincere advice, nasihat kepada kita pun golongan belia lah. Sebab kami orang tu, mostly we are very affected lah. Kan kami orang rasa AI take our job. Sampai kan identity memang pun ditentukan oleh AI. How to present ourselves well. No, semua benda ya chat GPT. Okay? Macam ni nak pergi dating lah. Macam ni nak memikat hati. Those kind of value pun interception pun nak nanya dengan AI. Nak semua si mau bincang dengan diri sendiri.
Betul.
So I need your advice about how the youth kini start to position themselves because after listening to your opportunity sharing just now, and also what are the, maybe you can tambah juga some core skill, bukanlah TVET tadi atau core skill, like benda yang setidaknya boleh explore for the next few years before 2030, and maybe some identity positioning for Sarawak itself.
Okay. My advice to belia and the youth, yang pertama, you mentioned just now, prompt engineering. So in order to use this AI effectively, you need to learn how to write a good prompt. Yang pun konsep GIGO lah, garbage, bukan GAGO, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out, as simple as that.
Gogi kan?
GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Kan?
Yang GIGO.
Ya GIGO lain. Kan? Yang pertama. Yang kedua is all about how you use AI. So very simple rules lah. Don't copy and paste, as simple as that. The moment you copy and paste, then you lose everything to AI. So how you should use AI effectively? First, brainstorming. Kan? Yang menjadi macam your sparring partner. You have an idea, you ask AI, can we discuss about this idea, this topic, and then back and forth lah. And okay, saya dah masalah. Kemudian untuk add value, you start writing a report, for example. Ask AI, can you comment about my writing so far? Hanya akan comment and so on. And then you can improve. So those kind of examples saya dah masalah. So the conclusion from that, we cannot stop AI from being used. Kan? Kita pun guna juga. And back to basic, yang pertama, learn the fundamental first. Kan? Itu mesti ada, kita panggil sebagai menahan diri lah. Kan? Menahan diri daripada menggunakan AI secara terus, copy and paste, dan tanpa faedah. Kan? And then, perlu berhati-hati. Sebab AI itu adalah tools in the right person with the right intention akan digunakan untuk cara yang betul. But if you have the wrong intention, yang akan jadi benda yang salah lah. Ia berbalik kepada adab dan akhlak. So that one self-control. Contoh, biasa Ash yang kami itu old school. Bila orang nanya soalan, Ash, macam mana mau pergi ke the grounds ataupun keeper's ground, kita masih boleh tunjuk arah nak, Pergi situ, belok kanan, belok kiri, nampak this landmark and so on.
Yeah.
The younger generation, they use Google Maps so much, Waze, they don't know how to give direction. Almost impossible to them. Kita boleh bagi direction. Masih boleh lah. Okay, good. Kemudian calculator sama juga. Kan? Using the internet sama juga. So we have gone through those transition. It's not something new. But AI is something I would say slightly different, because the most important difference, we surrender our thinking ability, cognitive ability to this AI. Ya, yang patut berjaga-jaga.
That's the key word there, surrender.
Surrender, don't surrender. You take control, okay, but don't surrender. It's easier said than done lah.
Easier said than done, yeah.
Because the temptation yang contradict dengan the two benefit of using AI, memudahkan, memecepatkan. Kan? So in the process untuk mecepatkan, sometimes macam Bungan Mandala, we skip a few process yang penting.
Okay.
Kan? Kita sih tahu yang penting, but you see, kenapa perlu pola tu sebenarnya? Tapi yang penting, paling
proses yang penting.
Yes, you cannot
whether
skip.
it is success or failure, it's still process.
Exactly.
Process and progress.
Yes.
Which is
so
important.
as a human, we learn more from failure rather than success. Okay?
I have a left-wing question soalan kita.
Left wing.
Oh, what do you think? What do you think of AI usage in modern warfare? It's been used.
Definitely.
Definitely, we've seen all around the news.
Yes.
Okay, kita ada terbuka sikit lah, kita langgar penggunaan AI itu sangat controversial. For most of the time, penggunaannya yang disalahguna dari segi dalam konteks peperangan lah.
Betul.
Contoh kita tahu benda yang sebenarnya berlaku, tapi benda yang di-release dalam media sosial, misinformation untuk meraih sokongan lah.
Betul.
So what do you think about?
Well, that related. I mean, one of my area of expertise adalah cyber security.
Okay.
Kan, the cases of scam, deepfake and so on. So AI dah menjadi salah satu tools untuk the bad side, the hackers and so on.
Jadi weapon, no?
Jadi weapon, tools for them to do whatever they want to do. So now it's very hard to differentiate what is true and what is not true.
Yeah.
Kan? So coming back to your point just now, misinformation lah. Because kini tu yang masalah yang we rely too much on social media. Again, there's nothing wrong with social media. But the moment you look at something, you don't question. You accept as face value. We call it face value lah. Walaupun benda generated by AI and so on. So, tapi ya segi as human macam kita madah, when you look at a picture generated by AI, your gut feeling as a human, you know something is not right.
Yeah.
It's either too perfect ataupun most of the time it's like that.
Too good to be true.
Yeah, but you cannot explain what is wrong. And unless you are from that domain. And those that I discuss from the creative domain, they say they don't have a soul.
Okay.
Until now kami masih faham apa siapa roh tu sebenarnya, but understand what they mean. And so we as a human have that ability. When something is not right, our gut feeling akan ada itu sih betul sebenarnya. And but for whatever reason, we always accept things at face value. So the danger, as you mentioned, in social media now, we have to start questioning everything.
Yes.
And news kah, gambar kah, video kah.
Yeah. Ya, betul. Dalam persoalan politics, bila dipakai AI tu sebenarnya boleh, you know,
manipulate lah.
Manipulate lah, betul. Ya, sangat bahaya juga. Because penggunaan dari segi untuk, I don't know, for in the future you never know, to cast votes kah, ghost voter kah, ataupun ghost army dari, there's so many negative implication yang
betul. Even social media memang is a non-fact.
Yeah.
When a politician post something, there is an army of AI bots.
Oh yes.
That uplift the vote. Yang kata
YouTube lah selalu banyak ya bots sebenarnya.
Bots sebenarnya. It's all actually AI bots. And so that's why we need to get back our not to say the being critical about certain thing.
Okay.
Don't accepting at face value. Tapi yang memenatkan sebenarnya. Kan, when you start questioning kan, it's draining in term of emotion, in term of time. Kan, takkan setiap kali kita baca something on Facebook, betul kasih. Kan, you start to get tired of it. And that's why some people are tired because sometimes I need off time from social media.
So I want to share a little bit lah sebelum kita wrap up the core skill that is laku for 2030 sourced from World Economic Forum, inspired by Joran Korger Brink. Core skill yang paling penting pada tahun yang menjelang tahun 2030, yang pertama ialah cognitive skills. Cognitive skills termasuk system thinking, creative thinking, analytic thinking, dan kemudian barulah resilience, flexibility and agility, barulah AI and big data, technology literacy, dan barulah talent management, motivation and self awareness, leadership and social influence. Bila kita tengok this graph, nothing yang dua aja domain yang menyentuh tentang tech. The rest is human.
Exactly.
The rest is humanistic. So as a human, as a youth, for myself, before we wrap, I feel like instead of we feel scared, let's see this as opportunity to level up ourselves. Bak kata Prof tadi, add on value towards yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
And
Agree. Should self-reflect more and take this as a lesson and also something yang itiar lah daripada semua tu. We should embrace.
embrace, exactly.
Embrace.
We are not asking them to put away this technology.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one interesting topic. I'm surprised because last week I had a training. High school student reluctant to use AI plus university student because they claim that AI is bad for the environment, which is true. But I was so surprised they are aware about that issue. Actually,
What was the age range?
It's Form 5 and up to first year and foundation
Interesting.
study. So they refuse to use AI.
So
Kan?
cute.
I say, how come you don't want to use AI? Everybody uses AI. Cakap, I'm concerned about the environment. I look at
in my head, they're like, macam depannya macam, no to AI.
tu macam the woodies in the 60s.
Yeah. Tapi ia pun one of the controversial agenda juga lah New Age agenda.
Yeah.
Tapi ya topik lain lah.
Of course, yeah. That's really, really interesting, and we like to thank you so much for
Thank you so
sharing
much.
all of this.
Kami minta ampun, minta maaf pun ada terkasar
Sama je lah. Thank you
But
very
we had a
much,
really great time,
Yeah.
and I'm sure the
Yeah.
listeners and the viewers, they would really love to hear more about you.
Yeah.
But for this episode aja, thank you so much kepada siapa yang dah nanggap episode tu. Jangan lupa untuk like, comment, subscribe. Kelakar Belia Podcast tu ada dalam semua streaming platform. I think Spotify, Apple Music and wherever else you can find, especially on YouTube as well. So sharekan benda tu, and I will see you guys on the next episode. My name is Syed Ashraf Idrus.
And I'm Anis Bungan. Doktor,
And
jom kita
Doktor,
sama-sama pada
kita madah.
Kami
Oh,
Madah
tagline
Ajar.
ya?
Boleh?
Sekali on 3 ya.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Kami
Kami
Madah
Madah
Ajar.
Ajar.
Kami BQ kata.